Hello and welcome everyone, I am C.S.Gilmore and this is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This time around we're going to dive into the Magma core, we're going to do a Hazard 2, and we're going to take, well, I would say possibly my favorite, the Driller. Got a couple options for him. Mining speed plus 2% mining speed for 2 seconds when mining builds up to 25 times, so you get a lot of mining speed out of that. Give access to fire acid weapons, negative 30% damage, but status effect up increase, burns enemies. Starts off with a better weapon, because this other one only shoots right behind you, but the mining speed is really good. So I'm going to stick with this one, just because it's the one I'm familiar with at the moment, and I like that mining speed. So, the Driller is a little different to get used to handling-wise, because yeah, you can only shoot right behind you. I do notice that I have Bosco with me. I think he only comes in on the first run. Like, on the first level of a mission, just to give you a bit of a helping hand to start off with. Let you imagine your weapon is now a lot prettier. Alright. Doesn't give me any bonuses to my gun, but does give me a lot closer to an overclock. By a lot, really. I'll go with it. Let's keep moving though. As you can see, the Magma core has its, as you might expect, magma issues. You gotta watch out where you stand, because there's a lot of stuff that if you step on it, it'll burn you. Oops. There we go. I just got a little too close to that. Took some damage as a result. Dude, none of these are great. Let's get that. I could pay some gold to re-roll those, but it's not worth it. That's not worth a re-roll for the amount of gold that's there, for the likelihood of anything I'd be getting. Just, it doesn't pay off. At least for me. In my mind, it doesn't generally prove to be worth it, unless I was aiming for something very specific, perhaps? Or maybe if they were really, really bad choices. But these are good enough to move on. There's another one of the blooms I need. Each biome also, I've noticed, seems to have some other little quirks in regards to, I think, some variation in what resources spawn. I haven't been able to quite test it out for sure, but I do think that like some areas have more gold, some have more nitra. So maybe it's just a pure chance thing, because I've had some runs where it feels like all I found is gold, no nitra, or the reverse. While this one, I seem to be getting a nice mix, so who knows? It also might be because I'm doing the area that is kind of, you'd expect it to be mineral dense, because magma, that sort of thing, where minerals tend to build up. I've got a lot of really good choices here for my weaponry. So, corrosive sludge pump, acids all around me spray-wise. Flamethrower, also really good. But I think I'm going to go with the Krakatoa Sentinel. So, turrets are a little different. You only drop them when you stop moving. But they drop pretty quick. And as a driller, where I'm going to be stopping a good bit, I think it'll be worth it. As you can see, they can actually dump out quite a bit of firepower. Quite literally. Yep, here comes a big swarm. Also, I like turrets because you can just leave them behind you like that. And then they go and leave this nice pile of XP where they nuked a bunch of things behind your back. So that's really helpful for trying to build up certain things. Ooh, reload speed, very nice. So the reload speed with turrets is a little different than with like a gun. It's you get a couple yellow bars, and for each one, it's a turret you can drop. Yeah, turrets are phenomenal. Like, look at this mess. I'm just roping in the XP already. We've already just barely started this, and I've already hit a first overclock point. Ooh, change the damage type to acid. That could be really good. Negative 25 damage to all other weapons. But that one would be, considering this is not my favorite gun, and a lot of the other guns do tend to pump out a lot of damage. All other weapons gain 25 is actually probably the best one for me. Ooh, max hit points up. Nice. Got our mission done. Got some more gold. Watch out for the exploding plants. Not sure whether I almost wanted to call them mushrooms, but they're not quite mushrooms. Oh, that's an elite spitter. Alright. I've got to cycle it around until I can get it drop potted, or until my turrets can cook it enough. Actually, that may be the easier route right now with everything, but we'll see how this goes. It's almost dead already, so don't really need to get this, but I want this for the item anyhow. Alright, red sugar. Increase your damage done by 1% for every 5 gold you have. Could be good. Alright, reload for 3 seconds, stacks sometimes when standing still. As a driller, that's actually far more likely to happen. They'll be standing still some, so I'll take that. Also, I wonder if that damaging and if all those increases will affect some of my other guns. Let's get my turret damage up. Sometimes it's good to just go with whatever's the most rare item-wise, but sometimes it's better to just go with whatever you need. Alright, as you can see, I've played this character a bit more, so I've got a few more overclocks available. Turrets explode when they are removed. Could be good, but +1 beams adds more beams. That means now 2 flamethrowers per. That's kind of nice too. I kind of want that one. So I'm going with that. Alright, let's jump in here. But yeah, so every dwarf handles differently. Ooh, okay. 25% reload speed is very good, especially for that nitra cost. Pickup radius increase, great. Let me get my armor up. There we go. Alright, Regina Polka blooms again. Alright, they've thrown a lot of nice resources at me right from the start. As you can see, I'm getting a good bit of XP just from drilling. So one of the reasons I like the driller is just being able to dig through the walls quickly, get this sort of thing done, get the resources you need, and because of how it handles, I can also tend to avoid enemies a lot better. I just find the driller to be particularly useful in this type of scenario where you've just got endless swarms coming at you. And they just keep building up. There's no way you can cut them down to enough to like be less than what you've been running into, very likely. Ooh. Yeah, you guys can all blow up over there and leave a nice pile of XP for me to pick up on my way by. Oh, would you just get a little closer, Mr. Exploder? Thank you. It'd be a shame if you all just exploded all over there on someone else. Okay, yeah, we've got a nice bit there. I should lure some of the bugs away so I can swing back and grab that. And there's an Poke Bloom. Drop those turrets. Oh, and of course there's a horde coming. Okay, reload speed or max health, fire rate. Max health. 35 isn't a small amount to go up by. Alright, we've already got a next weapon. Nice. I'm not a huge fan of the Colette Wave Cooker, but it's not bad. To get more fire damage or to throw in acid? Let's see. How about we throw in the acid? As you can see, it leaves a bit of an area of effect. The nice thing is, it doesn't work on me, so I can just run right through it. But it leaves a nice field for everything that's coming at me to walk into and take collateral damage from. Alright, got some good supplies. Got the supply pod over to our right. Also, another reason I like these turrets. you get the reload speed up, you can drop tons of them in short order, and they just have a certain lifespan to them. And so you can just create these choke points. Reload speed overall for all beam weapons affects the turrets and my sludge thrower. Excellent. Clear this out. Alright, I don't want to save that, just because it's still easier to use it for the purposes of getting rid of the elite. As you can see, Hazard 2 is a lot easier. They're throwing primarily littler enemies at me, and that is a lot easier to deal with already than the Hazard 3 we did last time. Increase your critical chance by 5% for every nitra you have. Or 0.5%, sorry. XP mining rock could be useful. Knockback and slow nearby enemies, that one's actually super good. All those were actually nice, so that's something. Damage up for the corrosive. Alright, we gotta get to the ship. Badoo. Swing around you. Couldn't quite dodge them. Alright, and we're in. Ooh, all beams up by 20%. That's nice. Reload speed up. Kinda nice. Fire rate up. Okay. And let's get that.
Now it's my favorite color.
Okay.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Ooh, this time we're after Bulo caps.
I think we're actually doing all right so far.
So yeah, as you can see, the characters have besides their different weapons and everything, they tend towards certain builds. In the case of the driller, they tend to be a lot of close quarters AoE. Though the turrets can technically be range, because I can just leave them behind like that. I've seen a overclock form at times, which is super nice, where you actually get the turrets on tank treads so they can follow you, which is hilariously fun at times, because you can just get this little army of little flame tanks, basically, chasing you around, nuking everything that gets close. Okay, I'm gonna go across the fire here just real quick. Oh, hey, a spitter tower. That's some acid too. And some fire.
Ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky. Clear it out.
Okay, there we go. Got some more of those. I'm not finding a ton of the mushrooms right now. But let's grab this gold, because I'm going to want that for dealing with later. Oh, there was a mushroom. Surprised that one didn't pick up on my way by. Hey there! Victorians. Lots of you guys. Okay, that's cleared up. Grab some health, because I've been neglecting my well-being. There we go. Almost made it between those groups. One of the nice things, if you get your movement speed up a bit, it can be a lot easier to just dodge between monsters, because the bugs are pretty steady in their pace. Ooh, yes. Okay, another overclock. Reload speed, but clip size is larger. Change it to acid. Sure, why not? Now it does acid damage, which will have a lingering effect, which is actually pretty sweet. Hey, I was just talking about movement speed. 9% is not shabby. That'll make keeping ahead of things considerably easier, as well as covering the ground I need to look for the remaining Bulo caps I want before I run out of time. There is a large number of things exploding. I really kind of hope I can find a magnet, because that would make picking all this up considerably easier. Now, the nice thing is, I should point out, the magnets do show up on the mini-map. I don't see any nearby. So that's the downside, is I'm not finding any. I don't know what the chances of them spawning is. Feels like I've had runs where there's a magnet all like every other level, and then sometimes it feels like I'm just running around not running into any of them. Hi, big guy. I should probably make my way back to... Ooh, that's a lot of explosions. Well, that's a nice way to clear the floor. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that drop pod to get the bonus artifact out. Oh well, there's a magnet. That'll make it even better. Got my objective done. I'm gonna grab that magnet even if I take some hits in the way. Oh, that's so nice. All acid damage. That's 2 of my weapons increased by 20%. Turrets up. I'm not sure how many levels I just run up there. Damage up. New weapon. Okay, I could get the flamethrower. Could get the wave, but I want to get the grenade because I haven't unlocked the overclocks on it yet. That way I can start working towards it. Reload speed, nice. Damage. More reload speed. More damage. That was a ton of levels. Okay. Stick. Yeah, I don't have time to grab the artifact. Sad. But we made it. Down to stage 4. I got a ton of gold, but hardly any nitra. Critical chance by 12%. That's not small. Mining speed up would be nice. Overall damage increase, great. Bit more nitra. Probably should have spent some gold to heal, but the buildup of those weapons and everything will probably counter it well enough to make up for it. As long as I'm actually a little more careful about where I'm running into and standing. I tend to get careless when I'm doing these videos because I'm half focused on narration and discussing topics. Ends up being somewhat distracted from the gameplay because I don't know, it's just well how that tends to play out. That to get me a lot closer to an overclock for there. Have some more turrets. There's some nitra I need. If I do this right, I might be able to blow up these mushrooms and take out some... I keep calling them mushrooms. What are those actually called? I can never remember. Fire bushes? I don't know. That's a lot of guys. Some of the bugs are actually working their way through the terrain I see, making their own paths. But they do tend to prefer the path of least resistance. So you can usually work with that. Okay, let's drop some turrets here to clean up what's coming after me. That's a nice little patch of death. At least till the turrets run out, and they last a fair while. There's some healing I could use. Good. With my drilling speed as high as it is, I can just dig right through there, don't even get slowed down at all. And more swarms. Great. Yeah, you guys can walk on that fire. That's great. Just fine. With me, have fun with all the turrets. Gonna suck for y'all. But, you know, that's your problem, not mine. And let's cut down here.
Supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Okay, it's up there, along with a magnet. Ooh, that's nice. But my health is not doing good because I'm too focused on trying to get stuff rather than dodging enemies.
Feeling much better.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Okay, let's keep just building up the XP piles in the area. Then, if I hit them right now, I'll get a good bit out of it, but I want to make the most out of it. There we go, overclock. Add another beam or lifetime. Beam. Yeah, that's so much easier to hit enemies with now. All beam weapons. Sure. Just need a little bit more Morkite to get that objective done, but I may have to pass on it because things are getting hairy. With all the bugs plus the elite coming, there's a crack in the floor there that I'm getting stuck on. Okay, I'm just going to... Whoa, 50% damage increase? Yes, please. I'm just gonna grab this magnet and watch the numbers go brrr.
I'm a better dwarf than yesterday.
Get that, get that, get that.
Oh, this is it.
You. Reload speed on that would be better. Ooh. Reload speed on the turrets. Always good. Alright. The nice thing is the elites tend to be fast enough. By the time you start this, they're probably lining themselves up for a perfect line of being dropped on. Let's pick up that purple one just for the higher dose of XP. Alright, exploders, out of my way, please. Thank you. Okay, we're running for it. And in we go. Okay, this time we've made it down to the bottom floor. Hazard level 2 is going very nicely. Because it is the final floor, I am going to want to do a bit of work on this. I'm going to get my turret reloads up.
Why not?
I'm going to heal.
Buying brand new
Better to go in with full health. Because this is not going to be pretty. And I will get my acid damage up or armor up. Acid damage up. Generally, offense is a better defense, as you might say. Or how would that line go? A good defense is a strong offense. I forget how that line goes. Anyway, this is the egg for the... I just blanked on the name. Anyway, the final boss. First you have to take out these other little elite eggs, though. And there's a good 3 of them lying around the map somewhere. I don't really need to worry about gold or nitro right now. I'm not going to be able to use it again. So right now my focus should be on just surviving, take out these bugs, and you can just walk them right through these turrets a few times and really cook them. I can get these ones though because those resources will come with me. And once I take care of all of these elites, they'll hatch out naturally on their own as the time progresses if you don't get to them. But if you do get rid of them ahead of time, it can give you more control over the scenario, as well as opening up a better path for you overall, because you can take out you can't harm the Juggernaut ahead of time, but you can wake it up early. Like, destroying the egg doesn't hurt it, it just wakes it up under your terms. Okay, I have to find that last name. Where have I not looked? I believe I read somewhere that they're planning to do some tweaks to the Juggernaut situation. Or... Juggernaut? Whatever it was called. Wow, my brain is not functioning on that name right now. Anyhow, they should be tweaking them. So far, I've only ever run into one type, and so I wonder if the tweaks will be adding in new types or maybe different behaviors, because the behavior pattern tends to be one that you can anticipate more or less. Doesn't make it much easier to survive under a lot of conditions, but it does affect things. It is fairly predictable. It's just hard to dodge under, depending on where you are in your run. Ah, there you are. Alright, we're just gonna drop a whole bunch of turrets on you. They recharge so quick, I can literally just sit here and drop them every few seconds, which is great for just nuking anything that comes in this general vicinity. Yes, coming to my flame turret acid bath. Yes, good for everything. Make you all nice and not my problem. Alright, we've almost got it. Ooh, leveled up again. I'm gonna get my movement speed up because movement is actually going to be really helpful against the final boss. Because it is super deadly, but if you can dodge it, you can do a lot to it. I also like having turrets for this final boss fight because the turrets do a number on it. Now, this will also be of help if I can do it right. The thing with that is, well, I have to be able to actually get to it. And the drop pod will not kill. It will do maybe a third of its health. Oh, they're missing something that's blocking that. Alright, I gotta move. Because this thing's too deadly for me to stand around. Let's get that up. Adds 1 extra charges. That means 3 yellow bars. So it means I could have up to 3 turrets ready to drop at a time. Turrets explode when they are removed. I'm gonna go with that for now. I'm not holding still enough to drop all the turrets I get anyway. So yeah, the Dreadnought chases you, and then it lunges. And then it chases you for a bit. But you always get that brief second of it pausing and aiming before it lunges at you, so you can kind of prep and just dodge to the side. I always forget to silence my phone. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Come on. Oh, you're gonna dodge out of it. Alright, no matter. It'll be better than nothing. Get small chance to find gold, don't need that. Increase your chance. Increase your move speed. Damage up. Damage by gold. Do have a bit of nitra. I can live with a little less move speed, so cool. Let's go with that. Alright. Win or lose, I just won because I just got that grenade up to having overclocks next time. That's great. I've got to get away from all these things that want to lunge at me. Oh yeah, this is great. Ah, use the exploders to my advantage. Clear up the horde a bit. Oh, hi, you're a little close for comfort. As well as to do some damage to Mr. Dreadnought here. Hi, you missed me. The aliens grow stronger, means more hordes coming in, and it's dead. Alright, we've won. Well, almost. We have one last task. We have to get out of here alive. So, drop pod. Just like every other time. Oh, I got a pretty clean path here. Alright, and we're out. So, sick. We just beat Hazard 2 in the Magma chambers. Alright, got that unlocked. Ooh, Impact Axe. New weapon. I wonder how that'll function. Complete the dive pip is unlocked on that. I didn't get the other pips, I guess, but let me take a look at what those requirements were. I didn't actually pay attention when I dived in there. The other 2 pips were collect 150 nitra, or if I have to do that in one run, I'm guessing I have to do it on the run to do it, and upgrade LMG gun platform. I think Which one had the LMG gun platform? I can't remember if that was the gunner or the engineer. I'm gonna have to poke around. Either way, we've got a lot done there. We actually finished a run, made it out alive. I'm gonna increase my pickup radius, pickup move speed, reload speed. Nice. We got a lot of stuff there. That seems like a good place to end this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time we'll dive into one of the other biomes and I'll try out another one of the dwarves. Figure 2 more episodes, that way we hit each of the dwarves that are remaining and we hit each of the remaining biomes at this time. In the future, maybe they'll add more biomes. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going to do with this game in the long run. But it's a pretty good game already. So there's that. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Bye.